Well, the Trump administration says that it will resume collections on defaulted student loans for the first time in 5 years, and it's raising questions and anxieties for millions of borrowers across the country. Starting May 5th, the Department of Education's Office of Federal Student Aid can start taking funds out of borrowers' tax refunds, Social Security benefits, and eventually wages. So, if you owe, what do you need to know? Back with us this morning, we have certified financial planner Jana Morrison with all of those details. Good morning, Jana.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning. Good to be here.
Of course, we're glad to have you. I mean, this is definitely a big topic now that we have pretty much a set date. So let's go ahead and start by talking about student loans in general. Why are we starting this now?
Well, as you remember, they paused student loan repayments back during COVID,
Yes.
so that was 2020. And then they had different periods where they tried to ease back into repayment. That period ended in October of last year, and now May 5th is when they start collections. If you're in default, you will receive an email within 2 weeks of May 5th.
Okay.
Assuming they have your correct email address, and then it will give you some guidance as to who to contact.
So you could be receiving that email,
You could.
right? How other ways could I tell if I'm impacted?
What I would suggest is that you log on to your student aid website and actually check the status of your loan, because you can see if it's in collection or in default.
Okay.
And just be proactive.
So what are your options at this point right now before the May 5th deadline?
The options will be just to contact one of the entities, the one listed on your email, or your student loan servicer, which is a company maybe like Nelnet.
Okay.
You know who your servicer is. It's a little confusing. But if you contact them, they may be able to consolidate your loans, do like a loan rehabilitation where
Okay.
you make 10 equal payments, and then they go into this program where you can actually stay out of default and keep your name off of the credit score. It doesn't affect your credit score.
Right.
Or you can actually get into one of the income-driven repayment plans, which is probably a good option based on your income, and the payments may be lower.
Okay.
And the debt service forgiveness program is still available for public service employees, and I think this is really one of the best things out there that I don't feel like a lot of people know about it. It does limit where you can work, after you graduate. But if you work for a nonprofit, like a nonprofit hospital, or a charity, like let's say the Red Cross or some kind of charity, or even like a public service organization like the police department or something like that.
Really?
If you work for them for like 10 years and make the lower payments that they set up for you, then at the end of the 10-year period, you can still be forgiven.
Jana, thank you so much for that. That was
Thank you.
interesting.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like this idea, especially being grandfathered in is
Yes.
definitely a good
So
thing to have.
just be proactive.
Of course. All right, everyone, we're going to be putting this on our website, WLTX.com.